senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength and you have to be strong. We have come to demand that Congress do the right thing and only count the electors who have been lawfully slated. Lawfully slated. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
And we are going to walk down to the Capitol. They showed you that part. Why are we walking to the Capitol? Well, they cut that off.
Both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name. George Washington was a slave owner. Was George Washington a slave owner? So will George Washington now lose his status? Are we going to take down, are we going to take down statues to George Washington? How about Thomas Jefferson? What do you think of Thomas Jefferson? You like him? Okay, good. Are we going to take down the statue? Because he was a major slave owner. Now we're going to take down his statue. So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly. Now, in the other group also, you had some fine people, but you also had troublemakers, and you see them come with the black outfits, and with the helmets, and with the baseball bats. You got a lot of bad people in the other group.
I couldn't understand what you were saying. You were saying the press has treated white nationalists unfairly?
No.
I don't understand what you're saying.
There were people in that rally, and I looked the night before. If you look, there were people protesting very quietly the taking down of the statue of Robert E. Lee.
And what resources it provides is going to take that.
Basically. And look at our high temperatures in the days ahead. We're going to be in the 30s and upper 20s all the way through the middle part of next week. And combine that with wintry precipitation. And I'm going to talk about that and how much we can get coming right up. Thank you, Adam. The cold weather has an impact on everything. But what about the impact it has on our cars?
Local mechanics have tips and tricks to keep you moving safely if you absolutely have to be out in these freezing temperatures. Devin Clark shows us what you should do now.
Make sure you have enough, and it's a 50-50 mix. It's important for your cook to be normally stick up now. And for the best chance to think about it now, a few split spots as we get into Saturday. I don't think it's going to be widespread, but something to keep in the back of your mind, and we're going to be here monitoring it and updating you. And then just like everywhere, Sunday night on into Monday, travel not advised by sunset on Sunday. Make sure your heater's working, of course. Be careful with space heaters. Hard freeze on the way with people, pets, pipes, plants, etc. And one tip I heard from somebody who actually has a pool in their backyard, run your pump during that hard freeze. Because if you're not running the pump and the water sits in it and freezes, it's an expensive break to your pump. Okay, something I didn't know about either. So Saturday, 34 the high temperature. Sunday we start the day at 29, only make it to 34. Isolated light sleet and freezing rain on Saturday. By Sunday night, it becomes widespread, and then we actually clear out into Monday. So here's what we're expecting overall. That spotty icing on Saturday, resulting in just a few split spots. The main concern is the hill country on Saturday. Even with a little extra weight on those limbs and power lines, not good. My primary concern for the hill country with power outages is Sunday night, because of the icing on the power lines and the tree limbs in the hill country. I think power outages are more likely. Locally, I'm not worried about power outages. Winter mixed by sunset, resulting in the poor road conditions. So how much can we get? Here are the odds right now. The odds favor about 1 to 2 inches of sleet and snow accumulation. This is around San Antonio. Okay, about 1 to 2 inches, even higher amounts in the hill country. There's that off chance, that 30% chance we could see a little bit more than that. But right now, odds favor about 1 to 2 inches by early Monday morning. So travel not advised, of course, Sunday night into Monday. And look at those low temperatures in the teens, even around San Antonio. Sunday night, Monday night, and guess what? We get another shot of a winter next Wednesday, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
All right, thanks so much, Adam.
Up before this, if you're going to venture out, if you stall out, you're stranded, hypothermia is a real concern. Pets, got to bring them inside. Absolutely must protect pipes and to check on those without heat. And download our 4-zone weather app, 44332, to your smartphone or tablet. If you're going to be venturing away from News 4, you can stay ahead of the weather, track the snow and ice and the temperatures. There it is. We're going to go to 16 Monday morning, 28 in the afternoon, 12 the morning low there on Tuesday, and it stays below freezing each night through next Friday. Out west, again, tracking that system through. You'll get some sun Monday afternoon, hill country 32 to 33, 21 on Monday, and here's a look at your eastern zone extended forecast. John, Randy, over to you.
All right, thanks, Chris. John, we had huge news in the NFL today. Houston Texans, and I guess he announced it himself, Twitter, J.J. Watt is gone.
Yeah, he's been the heart and soul of that franchise for the last 10 years, but the Texans are moving forward and letting go of the franchise legend in the process. Why the Texans are letting Watt walk and not trade.
Tonight, late developments in the impeachment trial of former President Trump. The defense presenting its case and resting after less than 3 hours. The former president's legal team calling this impeachment political vengeance. Lawyers defending the former president's speech to supporters on January 6th when he told them to fight like hell. The Trump team playing a video of Democrats using the word fight. Democrats pointing out they never used those words in front of an angry mob ready to act. That this is hardly the same thing, they say. As we come on the air tonight, senators now on both sides asking questions. Among them, when did the president know the Capitol had been breached, and what did he do to stop it? And after the Democrats said the president had been told in a phone call that Mike Pence was in danger, Senator Mitt Romney tonight asking, did President Trump know that Vice President Pence was in danger when he then tweeted an attack on his vice president, on Mike Pence's courage? This is all moving swiftly tonight, and what do we expect to happen next? Rachel Scott and John Carl standing by with late reporting. The other news is Friday night, just 24 hours after President Biden said the U.S. has purchased enough vaccine for nearly all Americans by the end of July. Tonight, for the first time since the pandemic, the CDC now issuing new recommendations to safely reopen schools using masks and social distancing, and what they're now saying about teachers and whether they need to be vaccinated. Also news tonight on major pharmacies, including Walgreens and CVS. Where can you now get shots, and how soon will the list of pharmacies grow? We're also watching major storms set to hit this weekend. One storm coming parts of the mid-Atlantic and Northeast, then an even larger system right behind it, moving right across the country. Snow, ice, brutal cold. Tonight, 37 states under winter weather alerts, and Ginger's Eve timing it all out. As the Lunar New Year begins, police now stepping up patrols after a rash of disturbing attacks on older Asian Americans. And what we're now learning tonight about the former Olympic swimmer charged in the attack on the Capitol. From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David York. Good evening, and it's great to have you with us as we near the end of another week together here. And as we come on the air tonight, there are major developments in the impeachment trial of the former president.
This is a test. KONO is conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.